I have requested him to, I'll speak first.
announce kar.
5 minutes.
Continue.
There is no restriction on budget discussion. Your time is for you, our time is for us. No, I have requested him. No, I have requested him that I want
Yes.
to go out.
Say,
So that is
digambar
why I
kamat.
said Speaker
Opposition
sir,
leader.
I rise to take part on the general discussion on the budget presented in this house by the Honorable Chief Minister.
Opposition leader.
Speaker sir,
Yes.
या देशान 20-21
Opposition leader.
कोविड पॅन्डेमिक पळयलें. The whole country was hit by COVID pandemic and all states were affected. Goa was also affected. After coming out of the COVID, we saw that recession at the global level is stepping in. And there is even today it is said that in other countries outside, there is a serious recession which is happening. Now, India also cannot remain away from that. Goa was also affected. In spite of all this pandemic and recession, the Chief Minister has presented a very fruitful and growth-oriented budget in March 2023. There is an agency which helps the legislators in discussing various legislative matters. It is known as PRS Legislative Research. And I think they meet most of the legislators, they organize courses, they organize programs, and they try to brief the members about various aspects of the state's budget. Speaker sir, I was going through some of the budget figures. This year's budget, the total expenditure has been shown as 26,493. And the net expenditure, if you go through C, then it works out to 24,571 after you reduce actually the repayment. Repayment if you reduce, then it works out to 24,571. Total receipts work out to 25,837 and borrowings are 5,574, which makes it 20,262. In 23-24 budget, the limit for fiscal deficit fixed by the government, central government, is 3%, and 0.5% extra is allowed if power sector reforms are undertaken. Chief Minister has shown the fiscal deficit for 23-24 at 4.3% of GSDP, slightly higher than the amount allowed by the central government, but I am sure at the end of the year, this fiscal deficit will come down below the government limit. Now, in India, everybody believes that there are two sectors which touch the heart of a common man and on which each government tries to concentrate. One is health and second is education. Now, it is good that as far as education is concerned, there is an increase of 16%. And as far as health is concerned, there is an increase of 70% of the budget allocation compared to the 22-23. Our spending on education is 14.9% of the total expenditure, whereas average of all the states, they have given here average of all the states, the average of all the states works out to 14.8%. That means our expenditure as far as spending on education is slightly higher than the national average. Our health spending is 9.2% of the total expenditure, whereas average of all the states is 6.3%. Then comes infrastructure. This year, provision made is 25% more than revised estimates of 22-23. Speaker sir, I will come on the education sector. This year, government has taken a very bold decision of implementing the national education policy, which is a welcome step. Many states are debating the national education policy, whereas the state government went one step ahead. They had discussions with various stakeholders, various committees were formed. I was part of one of the conference which was of All India Principals Forum. They had consultations with the teachers, they had consultations with various people connected with education, and ultimately government decided that they will implement it in stages. That is foundational for nursery to second, preparatory from third to fifth, middle from 6 to 8, and secondary from 9 to 12. This year it has been implemented at nursery level, that is foundation level 1. Next year will be KG1, foundation level 2. For future implementation, government will have to be more funds also for creating infrastructure. Speaker sir, lot of debate was going on NIT, National Institute of Technology. At last, they found a place, and I am happy that the construction of the building is in full swing, and I think by end of December, I hope that by end of December, the National Institute of Technology will start functioning on the national highway, that is somewhere at Balim. Now what is remaining is IIT. Land is being identified, land was identified, again they went back. Now again there is a news that land is being identified, I do not know. But I think what is happening to Goa? This is a question mark. Ami khay jar bahar gele, Speaker sir. And when we meet the business people or educationists, they ask us, what is happening to Goa? Goa has a high rate of literacy. Practically next to maybe Delhi or some other state. Then why Goans should oppose IIT? They were initially opposing NIT also. Now, this is a surprise. So we want Goa to be developed as an educational hub. I remember I went for one function, Honorable Minister Social Welfare's constituency in Sangam. And I told the people in Sangam there, your Sangam will go on international map. The moment you have an IIT in Sangam or IIT in Kankan, wherever it is, that place goes on an international map. And still we are opposing IIT. I think till today, I don't know what happened to Sangam, but till today we have not been able to identify a proper place for IIT. What message we are sending to the world? I think Chief Minister should step in as early as possible and see that a proper place is identified and IIT starts there. Speaker sir, this year the total seats in technical education were increased from 1,300 to 1,600, including private colleges. But today I think even 200, 300 seats are still remaining vacant. I don't know what happens to our Minister Subhash Shirodkar's colleges and all. But many private colleges tell me that their seats are vacant. They don't have students who are coming or apply for getting admissions. This is a very serious matter to be thought of. Government has introduced a good scheme, that is CARES. That is Coding and Robotics Education Scheme in schools, which is a welcome decision. This will have a great impact on the students in the schools. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had given thrust on skill development. For the last 1 year, he has been propagating about the skill development amongst the young generation. He has come out with large number of schemes. In fact, I went to Sri Ravi Shankar's ashram in Bangalore. I spent 1 day in that ashram and I was surprised He had a skill development center run by Bosch company. He had a skill development center run by Crompton and Greaves company. At least 5 skill development centers were in his ashram, where around 60 to 70 boys and girls from Karnataka were undergoing training. 1 year training. After that, they are all engaged by those companies, which is a good concept. Chief Minister has gone ahead with the skill development scheme and has already distributed letters. I think more than nearly 8,000 boys and girls have joined this program. But I would suggest, Chief Minister, that similarly on these lines, like what we have in Ravi Shankar's ashram, you can think of such centers being opened by the companies and train the students and engage them after 1 year. It's a good concept. And you have lots of technical institutes here. They have got lots of land. Aignal Ashram could be thought of. Some other institutes could be thought of, where you can ask these companies to start a skill development center, basically to cater to the needs of the local population. बिचोले सायड एक जागो आसतलो, शेट्या सारक्या मनशान पुढाकार घेवपा जाय. थंय जर एक अशें घालें, खंयच्या कंपनीक सांगून स्किल सेंटर घालें, जाल्यार ते भुरग्यांक, थंयच्या लोकल भुरग्यांक ट्रेन केलें. दॅट कंपनी, I like that model in the ashram. 1 year training and you get a job in the Crompton and Greaves, or you get job in the Bosch company. So then you don't have to go anywhere, which is a good concept. So that concept, hanga कितें जाता ना जाल्यार मागीर जॉब सोदपाक थंय भोंवतात. This center allows them to get trained for 1 year. After that, the company only takes the responsibility. That center is run by the people of the Crompton and Greaves company or the people of Bosch company. So I think similar lines, I would suggest Chief Minister should think of working on these lines. Speaker sir, हांव एज्युकेशना कडल्यान हेल्थाचेर येता. ह्या बजेटांत हेल्था खातीर खूब कितें कितें दिल्लें आसा. पयली गजाल म्हणजे एक बरी गजाल जाल्यार की GMC, they considered as one of the best health center in the, not only in the state, even in Maharashtra, border areas of Goa. Cancer department start zala. This is a extremely good step, because गोंयांत अशें म्हणटात की कॅन्सराचो प्रसार वाडत आसा, आनी अशा वेळाचेर कॅन्सराचो डिपार्टमेंट स्टार्ट करप. एंड सेकंडली टायिंग अप विथ टाटा, म्हणजे टाटा मेमोरियला कडेन तांणी अंडरस्टँडींग केला, टायअप केला. टाटाज आर कन्सिडर्ड एज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट. टाटा मेमोरियल हॉस्पिटल इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट हॉस्पिटल इन द कंट्री. तांचे कडेन टायअप करप इज अनदर गुड थिंग टू हॅपन फॉर द पीपल ऑफ गोवा, आनी दॅट वील गिव ट्रिमेंडस एडवांटेज. एज इट इज मेडिकल पयलीं रिएम्बर्समेंट स्कीम आशिल्ली, विच नाव इज DDSY. वी आर वर्किंग अंडर DDSY. DDSYचो फायदो खूब लोकांक जाता. But there are some hiccups even in that scheme. So that scheme requires some fine tuning. When खूब फाटी patients face difficulty, they come to us, then we speak to the director, and अशे problems जातात. ताजे खातीर it is very essential that government should try to fine tune this scheme by listening to some of the cases, typical cases, how to solve these problems. Speaker sir, एक problem जाता खूब फाटी की ज्या हॉस्पिटल्सांक DDSY कार्ड्स एक्सेप्ट करता, तांचे एक फाटी पेमेंट्स उरतात. आनी म्हाका दिसता एक सिस्टम चीफ मिनिस्टरान करपाक जाय की अमको एमावंटाचे वयर उरली, जालो बिल जालें की ताबडतोब पयशे रिलीज करपाक जाय. कित्याक दॅट इज वन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लेम वीच हॉस्पिटल्स दे से आमचे एक फाटी बिलां उरता, मागीर दे ट्राय टू रिलीज एट ए टायम, बट स्टील आय फील दॅट देअर पेमेंट शूड बी सेंट इन टायम. The GMC has started giving service many places. Now the South Goa Hospital District Hospital जाला. गेल्ले बजेटान चीफ मिनिस्टरान सांगिल्लें we will have an ICU, we will have neurosurgeon. I think they should start implementing it as far as possible. पेडणेकार लक्की, पेडणेकाराक एक आयुष हॉस्पिटल सामकें कसलें म्हणटा त्या भशेन अल्ट्रा मॉडर्न आयुष हॉस्पिटल हें पेडणे आज आमकां उबें जाल्लें पळोवपाक मेळटा. पेडणेकारांक चान्स आवडला, म्हणजे पेडणेच्या लोकांक जॉबाक बऱ्या पडटलें, सगळ्यांक बरें पडटलें. हांव अजून स्टार्ट जावना तें. एकदां स्टार्ट जालें की मागीर तांकां भुरगे खंयच्यान येवपाना न्ही. मडगांवचो वचून पेडण्यां रावपाना, त्या सायडीचो वचून पेडण्यां रावपाना. सो पेडण्याच्या हॉस्पिटलाक नॉर्मली चडशे लोक भुरगे आसा ते पेडण्याचेच लागतले वन्स इट इज स्टार्ट्स इन फूल स्विंग. पूण इट इज ए गूड प्रोजेक्ट, एक परमनंट एसेट जालो. आनी त्या सायडीच्या सगळ्या लोकांक टुडे पीपल आर मुवींग टुवर्ड्स ऑल दीस टायप ऑफ मेडिसिन्स. तांकां एक एडवांटेज जातली सगळ्या सायडीच्या लोकांक. आनी गांवांतल्या लोकांक चड लागता, म्हणजे दे प्रिफर दीस टायप होमिओपॅथीक आयुर्वेदीक बी असलें तर लागता तांकां. दुसरें आयुष हॉस्पिटल मडगांव येता मोती दोंगराचेर. फूल स्विंगान काम चालू आसा. इट वॉज सपोज टू बी कंप्लिटेड इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च this year, but I am now told that it will be completed in by December. I would urge the Chief Minister to see that this Ayush hospital is also completed by December this year. Efforts are also being made as per the budget to strengthen all the health centers in the state, which is a good thing because सगळे कडेन health centers आसात. म्हणजे हांव एग्जाम्पल दिता, मडगांव अर्बन हेल्थ सेंटर आहा, थंय एक डॉक्टर अपॉयंट जालो, सारको डॅशिंग डॉक्टर, एंटरप्रायझींग. आनी विदीन 1-2 म्हयने भितर अर्बन हेल्थ सेंटराक OPD फूल जावपाक लागली सारी. आय वॉज ऑल्सो सरप्रायज. म्हणल्यार तुवें कितें जादू केलो काय म्हणून. नॉर्मली अर्बन हेल्थ सेंटराक OPD कोण नाशिल्लें. पूण त्या डॉक्टराचे बिहेवियर, ताची पॉप्युलॅरिटी, ज्या प्रमाणान तो ट्रीट करता, म्हणजे पयर म्हाका ताजें हें मेळ्ळें प्रॅक्टिकल हें. पयर ते अर्बन हेल्थ सेंटराचें वयलें पोर्शन सकयल पडलें सायडीच्यान. आनी सकाळ फुडें अर्ली मॉर्निंग ही कॉल्ड मी इन द मॉर्निंग at 6 o'clock he called me. We went there. I called the president of Margao municipality. We went there. We called the emergency service of the municipality. But doctor was throughout the till we were there. Doctor was running here and there. But तो घरा कडेन बसलो ना. कोण येतलो, हो येतलो, तो येतलो, ताणें पळयलें ना. ही वॉज ऑन द फील्ड. आमी मागीर ते इमर्जन्सी सर्वीस म्युनिसिपालिटीचे स्टाफ हाडून, गाडयो हाडून ते सगळें खाली केलें. वी हेल्प दॅम इन क्लियरींग एवरीथींग. इवन डायरेक्टर रीच देर. पूण तो सारको स्वता आपूण थंय रावन सुपरवायज करतालो. दॅट इज ए गूड एग्जाम्पल ही हॅज सेट. आनी म्हाका दिसता ताका लागून ही OPD बी अर्बन हेल्थ सेंटराची हाली सामकी पॉप्युलर जावपाक लागली. इट्स ए गूड सायन. स्पीकर सर, इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चराचेर ह्या खेपेक 25% अलॉटमेंट वाडयला बजेटांक. आनी इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज अनदर थिंग वीच इज व्हेरी रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एनी स्टेट टू ग्रो. Construction of bridges, many bridges are there, roads are there. Infrastructure बारीक पळयलें जाल्यार आमी मोपा इंटरनॅशनल एअरपोर्ट केलो, जुवारीचो ब्रिज जालो, एक मेजर लँडमार्क. हॉट मिक्सिंग ऑफ रोड चालू आहा. मडगांव 6 लेन रेल्वे ओवरब्रिज, ताजें फावंडेशन स्टोन चीफ मिनिस्टरान घाल्लें आसा, ताजें काम चालू जातलें. आनी तातूंतल्यान ताज्या जागी मुखार वचून एक बरी गजाल जाल्या जी इतले वर्सां जावं नाशिल्ली. ते म्हणजे फर्स्ट टायम इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ गोवा MLA led scheme has been started by this government. The credit goes to the Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, and Mr. Nilesh Kabral, because सदांच डिमांड आसतालो. पूण खूब फाटी कितें जातालें, आमदारच थोडे जाण आमदार आसा ते अपोज करताले, कित्याक लागून ती उरताली. फर्स्ट टायम दे हॅव स्टार्टेड, दिस स्कीम हॅज बीन स्टार्टेड. 2.5 crores प्रत्येक आमदारा. कोणें कंप्लेन करपाची गरज ना हाजे मुखार की आपल्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीक पयशे मेळना म्हणून. You spend 2.5 crores every year in your constituency. And with 2.5 crores, you can do lots of things. Emergency कोणी गेलो, लोकांनी कितें सांगलें, तुजे पयशांचे MLA LEDच्यान you can get it done. That is the intention. But it is a good beginning. 2.5 crores is a good amount to start with. And म्हाका दिसता you should congratulate Chief Minister and PWD Minister also, because they agreed to the request of the MLAs and they have brought this scheme. Speaker sir, Goa has achieved a lot in last one or 2 years. If you see Goa G20, Prime Minister is chairing the G20's entire international conference which will happen in Delhi. Prime Minister has been elected as the chairman for 1 year. So lots of meetings are taking place in the country at various places. But of all the cities selected for holding G20 meetings, Goa has got 8 meetings, which is a remarkable. And that is why we must thank the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for having given an opportunity to Goa to host 8 meetings, 8 important meetings. Even today there is going to be a meeting on energy, which is being attended by at least 500 delegates across the country, across the world. See how much popularity, how much publicity Goa will get in the entire international level. This is the one remarkable achievement by the state of Goa. Speaker sir, आणि एक डिमांड येतालो तो तुकाय लागता सगळे म्युनिसिपालिटीचे कावन्सिलर बोवाळ मारत आशिल्ले आमचो ऑनरोरियम वाडय म्हणून. कितलो तेंप जालो तांचो डिमांड आसलो ऑनरोरियम वाडय, ऑनरोरियम वाडय. The Chief Minister ultimately agreed for increasing the honorarium, and 1 month back they issued a notification increasing the honorarium of councillors A class, B class, C class. So for all the councillors have congratulated the Chief Minister for having listened to their request and increased the honorarium. Speaker sir, म्हाका पर्पल फेस्ताक विजीट करपाची संदी मेळ्ळी. And I was surprised actually कि येदे व्हडलें Purple Fest for special children and special people was organized by the government of Goa under the leadership of Minister for Social Welfare. It was a unique thing to happen in the state of Goa. ते पळयल्यार म्हणजे I was surprised म्हणजे ते येदे व्हडलें ताणें केलें आनी इतलें participation from various states. Each one was speaking good about the organization. So credit goes to the Social Welfare Minister for having taken the responsibility of hosting this fest in the state of Goa. Now there is people are saying we will host it, but many people were telling us there that next time also we should come to Goa. We should host it in Goa. That was, of course, they may not be able to host it because if it is by rotation, it may go to some other state. But the amount of enthusiasm amongst the special children, everybody, there were games, there were running events, there were marathon, lots of things which you cannot imagine. You have to be party to it, you have to see it. I could see, I spent about 2-3 hours that day, and I was surprised to see, and their performances. Somebody is drawing by leg, botany, पायाचे botany, ताका हात ना, but the पायाचे botany picture काढता, one of the best pictures. This is a unique thing to see there. And that Goa government ultimately बऱ्या पद्धतीन host केलें. They all went with sweet memories. Speaker sir, पयर Chief Ministeran medals declare केली. म्हणजे कोण पळय medals हाडटा, special children who went to Olympics, they got lots of gold, bronze and silver. नाही गोल्ड, ब्रॉन्झ आनी सिल्वर अशें म्हटलें. तो तांकां त्या दिसा फंक्शनाक म्हाका दिसता स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर आनी चीफ मिनिस्टर आशिल्ले थंय चीफ मिनिस्टरान डिक्लेअर केलें की जो गोल्ड जिखता ताका 5 लाख हे मरे 5 मरे, सिल्वराक 3 आनी ब्रॉन्झ 1 हें ताणें ऑन द स्पॉट डिक्लेअर केलें. इट गेव ए मॅसेज टू ऑल द स्पोर्ट्समॅन सामकें दुबाव नासतना. So sports minister also has to be congratulated because he has been helping them. म्हाका याद जालें की जालें मडगांव म्हणजे Goa is becoming now destination for sports all nationals, international. मडगांव एक थोडे म्हयने पयलीं वेटरन्स बॅडमिंटन नॅशनल्स जालें. वेटरन बॅडमिंटन नॅशनल म्हणजे आफ्टर 35 plus म्हणजे इवन 70-80 old came to play badminton. There were 3,000 entries. It was hosted at both the indoor stadiums in Navelim and Fatroda. I was also surprised. All hotels were full. It generated business for the government, generated business for tourism. All hotels were full. There was no room in any hotel in Margao and surrounding area. 3,000 participants came to participate. In fact, sports minister came, chief minister also came. They helped them financially also to organize. But they were all very happy, and they have said that they will make it an annual event every year in the state of Goa. Tashans, 1 month back there was a bodybuilding championship. Bodybuilding championship means there was selection trials to select Team India in bodybuilding at indoor stadium Navelim. Team India to participate in Southeast championship at Maldives. 3 boys from Goa were selected. And it's a good news that 2 of them got bronze medal each. So 2 bronze medals we got in that. I thank the Chief, Sports Minister and the Chief Minister because they funded them. They gave them 10 lakhs of rupees for hosting that event. 3 boys went from Goa and 2 got bronze medals. So this is what is happening now, actually in the field of sports because of the encouragement given by the government. Speaker sir, cash prices playersanक declare करपाचे पळय आशिल्लें तें अत्यंत गरजेचें आशिल्लें. कारण सदांच ना जाल्यार कितें जाता प्लेयर्स म्हणटाले आमी तांकां सर्टिफिकेट दिताले बारीक बारीक कितें दिताले 40,000 50,000 पण एक मोठो अमावंट दिवप हें अत्यंत गरजेचें आशिल्लें which they have given. स्पीकर सर एक रिक्वेस्ट हांव चीफ मिनिस्टरा कडेन सगळ्या आमदारांच्या वतीन करता. मेजॉरिटी many MLAs came to me and they were suggesting ते म्हणटा तूं सिनियर जाता तूं मातसो उलय आमी उलयल्यार आमचेर कोणी कितें म्हणटलो पूण हांव म्हणलें हांव उलयतां म्हाका कांय हरकत ना आय एम प्रिपेर्ड. तांचें म्हणणें आसा की जे गव्हर्मेंटान जे सॅलरीचें हें ठरयल्लें आमदाराक ताका खूब वर्सां जालीं 10 काय 15 वर्सां जालीं. ताज्या फाटल्यान तें इन्क्रीज करून ना. तांकां फॉर एग्जाम्पल ओन्ली 5 स्टाफ इज गिवन टू द MLA ते मातशें वाडोवन 7 करचे. तांकां पेट्रोल बी कितें 300 लिटर मेळटा तें वाडोवचें आनी कार लोन घेवपाक तांकां 15 लाख मेळटा. तेन्ना म्हणटा इनोवा 15 लाखां मेळटाले आतां इनोवा 30 लाखाचेर 35 लाखाचेर पावल्या. तेन्ना ते अशे एक 2-3 आयटम सगळ्या आमदारांचे चडशे जाणांचें म्हणणें आसा की हें मातशें म्हाका तूं उलय हांव उलयतां म्हणून सांगलें तांकां. सो आय एम ब्रिंगींग इट टू द नोटीस ऑफ द चीफ मिनिस्टर दॅट यू शूड कन्सिडर दीस सिन्स द लास्ट इट वॉज रिवायज्ड ऑर समवेअर इन आय थिंक 2011 or 10 or 12 maybe. After that it has not been revised. स्पीकर सर एक आज उदळ नॅशनल डिजास्टराचेर डिस्कशन जालें. हांव आतां पावस चालू आसा म्हणून हांव मुद्दम चीफ मिनिस्टराच्या नजरेक हाडटा की आमी हातूंत खूब फाटी डिलिबरेट केल्या. डिस्ट्रिक्ट मॅजिस्ट्रेट किंवा SDM झाडां जेन्ना पडटात माड पडटात कितें पडटात किंवा माड पडपाचे आसतात आनी ते मारपाचे आसतात तेन्ना एक प्रॉब्लेम जाता. लोक येतात म्युनिसिपालिटी कडेन सगळे किंवा पंचायतीक वता आसतले मार म्हणून. पंचायती कडेन आनी म्युनिसिपालिटी कडेन तशे फंड्स नासता कारण एक सादो झाड मारतलो जाल्यार तुका मारपी पयलीं मेळना आनी मारपाक मेळ्ळ्यार ते कित्याक रेट सांगता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आतां काल मडगांव जुंता हावस म्हणजे गव्हर्मेंटाच्यो बिल्डिंगी एक अर्दो वड पडलो 2-3 घरांक डॅमेज केली आनी अर्दो उरला तो पडलो जाल्यार जुंता हावसाचेर पडटलो गव्हर्मेंटाच्या बिल्डिंगेचेर पडटलो. आतां लोक सगळे भिल्यात तांणी घरां वॅकेट केलीं रातचे ते रावनात थंय. हांव पर्सनली गेलो डेप्टी कलेक्टराक गेलो. डेप्टी कलेक्टरान ही वॉज कोऑपरेटीव. ताणें सांगलें आपूण कशें करून अरेंजमेंट करता. ट्रक जाय क्रेन जाय JCB जाय मारपी मनीस जाय हें सगळें. पूण मेन प्रॉब्लेम जाता तांकां मागीर पयशे कोणें दिवप खंयच्या फंडांतल्यान दिवप. आय रिक्वेस्ट द चीफ मिनिस्टर टू सी दॅट सफिशियंट प्रोविजन ऑफ मनी इज मेड and put at the disposal of the SDM. म्हापशें जालें जाल्यार म्हापशेचो SDM should be